Hey everyone, welcome back to Bookcast. I'm Jenny, your resident reader, and I'm here, as always, with my thoughtful co-host Alex.
Hey folks, Jenny, the title of this chapter, Freedom, hit me instantly. I mean, that's what most people say they want when it comes to money, right?
Exactly. Morgan Housel dives deep into that word. He argues that freedom, the ability to do what you want, when you want, with whom you want, for as long as you want, is the highest dividend money pays. Not luxury, not status, not more stuff, freedom.
I love that framing. It makes you question everything about the way we pursue money. Are we chasing status or freedom?
And that's the central idea here. Most people don't actually want to be rich. They want to feel independent, to have control over their time, to not have to say yes out of obligation.
So true. The most stressful moments in my life weren't about money itself. They were about lack of control, having to do something I didn't want to do.
Exactly. And Housel gives examples of people who earn a ton but feel trapped, versus others who earn moderately but live life on their own terms.
So, freedom isn't necessarily tied to how much you make?
Bingo. It's more about how you design your life than how big your paycheck is. One of my favorite quotes from this chapter is, "Controlling your time is the highest form of wealth." It's not about being lazy, it's about autonomy.
That's powerful. So, someone making $60K a year who sets their own hours might be wealthier, in terms of life quality, than someone making $600K but always on call.
Absolutely. And Housel also talks about quiet wealth. We often measure success by what we see, cars, houses, watches. But the most valuable thing, time freedom, is invisible.
Yeah, no one walks around with a "I didn't have to wake up with an alarm today" badge, but that's real success.
Exactly. He even references a story where someone says, "The highest form of wealth is waking up and saying, 'I can do whatever I want today.' Not recklessly, but because you've structured your finances and habits in a way that gives you choice."
So how do we create that kind of freedom practically?
Here's what Housel emphasizes. Live below your means. The less you need, the more control you have. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Just because you earn more doesn't mean you need to spend more. Every expense is a trade-off against future freedom. Build flexibility into your decisions. Choose jobs, routines, and commitments that give you some control, even if it means earning a little less.
That part about spending is huge. People think freedom comes from earning more, but if your expenses go up with your income, you're still trapped.
Exactly. Freedom lives in the gap between what you earn and what you spend. The bigger that gap, the more space you have, for choices, for time, for peace.
This chapter almost felt like therapy. I started asking myself, where am I spending time because I have to, not because I want to?
That's the point. Money is a tool, but freedom is the goal. And the best part is, it's not reserved for billionaires. Anyone can work toward autonomy by choosing simplicity, savings, and intention.
So, Jenny, what's your big takeaway from this chapter?
Here it is. Real wealth isn't what you see. It's the ability to live life on your terms, quietly, freely, and fully.
I love that. And for everyone listening, we'd love to hear from you. What does freedom mean to you? And what's one thing you're doing right now to move closer to it?
Drop it in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to @BookcastPod. Next up is Chapter 8, Man in the Car Paradox, where we explore why people often chase admiration but rarely get it the way they expect.
That one's going to be fun, and maybe a little uncomfortable in the best way. Thanks for listening to Bookcast, where we chase wisdom, one chapter at a time. See you next episode.